There are huge offers on the Delta cards. We're going to take a look at that. More free night certificates available, this time with Marriott through American Express. And we're going to talk about a story today about a boyfriend going on a trip that his girlfriend's always wanted to go on, but he wants to go by himself. Is that wrong? That and a lot more on this week's edition of the Weekly Pointers News Update. I'm Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. Thank you so much for watching. These episodes come out every Sunday. My goal is to catch you up on all the news you may have missed regarding credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. And it should be noted that by this time next Sunday, I will be on a Disney cruise line going through Greece and Italy. I know, woe is me, right? But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get a news video out from the cruise ship. I know you all feel sorry for me, but I'm really looking forward to that trip. And another reason I want to bring that up is because later on in the episode, we're going to talk about the best and worst cruise lines ranked based on customer reviews. So where does Disney Cruise Lines fall on that? We'll find out. If you do find this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts, and keep in mind, if you're interested in any of the cards mentioned in today's video, make sure you use my referral link in the description. It does help support the channel. We've got a lot to talk about, so without further ado, I say we get going. Let's go. So Chase is making a move that's going to make it easier for you to move your credit limits from one card to another just by using their app, at least in most cases. So Chase has now added a self-service feature allowing customers to move credit lines online from one card to another. So just go to select a card when you get into the app, manage your account, and then move credit line. So this is really cool. You're allowed to do that. Now, I am hearing some reports that not everybody is seeing this, so we need to know your feedback. If you have the Chase app right now, let us know down in the comments if you are able to do that. And keep in mind, when you're applying for a Chase card, obviously you can move credit lines around to help you get approved. For example, let's say you have a $20,000 credit limit on a particular card. You're applying for a new Chase card, but Chase says, no, we're already giving you enough credit. They can give you less credit on one of the cards that you have to make room for a new card. So that does help a lot of times in the reconsideration process. But in this case, this is just a move from card to card that you already have. Let me know when you get in the app if you're able to do this. We're hearing a lot of people are able to do it right now, but it may not be the case for everyone. Let us know. And while we're with Chase, let's talk about a couple of Chase cards that could get you free night certificates or a lot of points. So right now, Chase is offering 5 free night certificates that are valued up to 50,000 points per night after you spend $5,000 within the first 3 months on the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card. Now that card does have a $95 annual fee, but this is a really nice offering. Anytime you can snag 5 free night certificates from Marriott, especially if you have Marriott travel coming up, it makes a lot of sense to go after one of these cards. So if you've got something planned for Marriott, you're ready to dive in, this is a good chance to do it. But Chase also has another elevated offer on another co-branded Marriott card. So the Marriott Bonvoy Bold card, this is their best offer ever, where you can earn 60,000 Marriott points and 1 free night certificate, and that 1 free night is valued up to 50,000 Marriott points as well. So again, 2 different options. It depends on whether you value free night certificates or if you want to look at points plus a certificate. In my case, I always like the free night certificates. I'll take those every day of the week in almost every case, whether it's Marriott, whether it's Hilton, whether it's Hyatt. That's just my personal preference, but some people don't always see it that way. Are you a free night certificate person, or are you a points person when it comes to these sign-up offers? Let me know. Now, moving over to American Express, their co-brand cards with Delta have elevated offers, and these are some of the best offers we've ever seen with Delta. The last round that came around, they weren't that great, but this round, they're really hitting hard. Let me know what you think about these. Let's dive into the details. So when it comes to the personal cards, the Gold card has an 80,000 mile offer after $3,000 spend in 6 months. The Platinum card has 90,000 after $4,000 spend, and the Delta Reserve card has a 100,000 mile offer after 6,000 in spend. And all of those are within the first 6 months of having the card, so you've got plenty of time to easily meet that spend on these cards, but they also have them on the business cards as well. So on the business cards, the Gold Delta has a 90,000 mile offer after 6,000 in spend. The Platinum Delta Business, 100,000. And then the Delta Reserve card, this one's pretty big, 110,000 miles after 12,000 spend in the first 6 months. And you may be looking at that 12,000 in spend and saying, well, that's too much. But keep in mind, it's for 6 months. So if you just go to the grocery store, if you're feeding your kids, you're going out to restaurants, you're paying for gas, all these things, you should be able to easily hit any of these targets. So really pick the one that has the best benefits for you, because they're all just a little bit different. Make sure you're getting the one that fits your profile the best. These are really nice offers, especially the last round. Like I said, they weren't great, so I'm glad to see these come through. Hitting a little bit harder, that's always a good thing. Let me know if you plan on picking up any of these cards. in the comments. All right, now I'm getting ready to head out on a Disney cruise. I'm going to be exploring Italy and Greece and a lot of really cool places in between. I'm really excited about that when we're flying into Rome this week. I can't wait. Now, where do Disney Cruise Lines rank when it comes to customer experience and customer reviews? Well, we've got the definitive list, at least according to this side, of the best and worst cruise lines as rated by actual customers, just looking at their reviews. So we're going to look at the bottom 5 and the top 5, and you let me know if you agree with this list or not. So starting out with the worst cruise line is Costa Cruises. They typically depart out of Barcelona. Not a lot of really good ratings, and customers have a lot of negative things to say. Followed by MSC Cruises coming in at the second worst. Norwegian Cruise Line, which I was surprised to see because that one's a pretty prominent name when it comes to cruise lines. Then Carnival Cruise Lines coming in fourth worst. And then finally we have Princess Cruises. I don't know if I exactly agree with this list because I've been on a Princess cruise, had no problem with it, but it's been many years since I've been on there, all right? Does this align with what you think are the worst 5 cruise lines? I was especially surprised to see Norwegian and Princess based on customer reviews. This is all this is based on, so that's really important to know. But with that said, let's go to the top 5 and see if these surprise you even more. Now, coming in at number 5 is Azamara Cruise Lines. I'll be honest with you, never been on that cruise line, so I can't say. Viking Ocean Cruises comes in at number 4. That's not a surprise because Viking's always known as being at the top. Windstar Cruises come in at number 3. Coming in at number 2 is a familiar site, Disney Cruise Line, which I will be traveling on. Really excited about that. And number 1 is Hurtigruten Cruises. This one typically leaves out of Norway, Germany, and Nova Scotia. So what do you think about that list? It's interesting that Disney Cruises is all the way up to number 2. I don't know. Some of these other nicer cruise lines, I don't know if it's better than that or not. I haven't been on every cruise line that there is, but I know Disney fans are very vehement about leaving reviews, so maybe they're leaving a lot of positive reviews. I don't know. I always find the service to be very good. The food is pretty good considering it's cruise food, and there's a lot of family fun activities for kids and stuff like that. So I totally get that part of it. Let me know if you think any of these should be left off of the top 5 or the bottom 5. Is there a cruise experience that you think is the worst and it should be part of the worst list? Let me know in the comments. You know, every week on the Weekly Pointers News Update, I like to share a story that relates around credit cards, points and miles, money, finance, and how those come together in personal relationships. And today, I've got a guy that posted online. He's asking for our feedback to see if he is in the wrong in this particular scenario. So he is wanting to go on a trip without his longtime girlfriend, and she's upset about it. We're going to talk about the details right now. I'm going to read this from the perspective of the person that wrote it online, the boyfriend. My girlfriend and I love to travel. I make significantly more money than she does, so she can't always afford to go. I decided to plan a trip for myself without her. I'm going to Egypt, which is a place on her bucket list. She asked me to choose another place that wasn't on her list and to wait until she can afford it next year. I told her that I only live once and I want to go where I want to go. She said she can't afford it right now because we have some repairs that need to be done on her home, and she also wants to pay off a small bit of debt. I was going to go somewhere else, but the other places don't have the tours I wanted at the time of my vacation. So am I the jerk for taking this vacation without her? All right, young man, listen to me very closely. This is very important. In my opinion, you are making a colossal mistake. I don't know what this guy is thinking. Could you not just wait another year to go with your longtime girlfriend? These two people have been together a long time. This is asking for nothing but trouble in my opinion, and it's a small price to pay to wait to go with the person you've been with for so long, especially when you know it's a place that they've always wanted to go. There's probably 1,000 other places on the globe that you could have chosen that she would have been okay with, in theory. I don't know this whole relationship, but let's say that is the case. Wouldn't it be worth not having all the headache and the fuss and actually just doing the right thing and just waiting a little bit longer so she can go with you? I think this is incredibly stupid. I'll just be frank with you. I think it's really dumb. I don't think it serves any purpose except for the immediate satisfaction, but it's not like he can't go next year with her. This makes no sense to me. Am I wrong in this case? Am I being too harsh on this guy? I'm just trying to help because I can just foresee this turning into a situation where this longtime girlfriend never becomes a fiancé because of things like this. These are little things that may not seem like a big deal, but they add up, and it really shows you what people think of the relationship and how much they invest in the overall versus being selfish, I think in this case, and going by himself. Maybe I'm wrong. Am I being too harsh? I've been wrong before. I think I was wrong once. I'm just kidding. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know your thoughts on this. Have you ever done this? I won't hold it against you. I won't judge you, but I think in this situation, he's wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, I like to end the weekly Pointers news update with a free food deal. This week, we've got a special one in line with the NHL Finals and Chipotle. So right now, you can score a buy one, get one free entree offer from Chipotle just by watching the NHL Finals. So all you have to do is watch the Chipotle commercials, and a code will be shown on the screen. You'll have to spot the code and then text it to 888-222 immediately, and then they will send you a code if that's still available if they haven't run out. Now these games could theoretically, if it goes all the way to a game 7, could go till June the 20th. So those games are June 9th, 12th, 14th, 17th, and 20th. So make sure you watch the NHL Finals, look for the code in the Chipotle commercial, text it to 888-222 and see if you can snag that code for a buy one, get one free entree. If you've never watched hockey before, why not get into it right now when you can get a free burrito? Well, this has been a very fun episode. We've covered a lot of different topics, actually. We talked about the credit limit changes. We talked about the elevated offers, free night certificates, and I've got to know what you think about the story about the guy wanting to go on a trip without his longtime girlfriend to a place that was on her bucket list. You know what I think about that. I don't know if I'm crazy. Maybe I'm totally wrong on this. Let me know in the comments. And keep in mind, if you're interested in any of the cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. When you do that, it does greatly help support the channel. Can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show. Click, click, click. You will get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, free burritos, and everything in between, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. We'll see you soon.